So there was a period in my life where I I don't want to say I stopped listening to myself entirely because that isn't true, but I would sort of put people's opinions and beliefs that over my own. And yeah, like I feel like I've just been opening up a lot like recently on old stuff and old mistakes and things I went through during that my side hustle era. And yeah, like I've got some more value for you lot. But before we get into the video, once again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe if you're new here. Also, make sure you subscribe because we are building like a community here. Well, not even like a community. I need to come up with something better than that, but it's really just like a family where I'm just telling you lot some lore on my story, advice, and just sort of documenting my journey because that's what it is. And yeah, today I'm giving you lot some more value because like I wanted to believe what I think I've said this before. I wanted to start my YouTube ages ago. I'm probably like 2 years ago, but I didn't start until October last year. So that was like years went by. I don't think it would have been as good back then than what it would be now. So I'm kind of thankful I didn't start because the way I was thinking was very different back then. Like maybe not because I actually just wanted to like document my journey and just do what I'm doing now, like just pick up a camera and talk and that reflect on my journey and where I want to go and all that stuff. But yeah, I used to have like mentors. I used to be in that. What the fuck is going on here? I used to be in that sort of like space of like mentorships and stuff like that. So I've had quite a few, and I was in this like one group where they were like sick. Like for the most part, they were all like pretty just like normal guys that just wanted to just I guess live out like their dream lives basically. But obviously, live with like mentors, they give you advice and stuff like that. I had one guy, he was sick, like he was a sick guy. I have like nothing bad to say about him. But yeah, like I just as a whole, I would just stop listening to like my own heart and my own like beliefs and whatever anyone said, I just adopt it, which it helped a lot, obviously, because I was making that good progress. But I remember like, I started to like do stuff where I do it because like evidently it worked, but I didn't take into account like what works for one person may not be suited to another. Like I didn't really think like that. I was sort of like, okay, like here's a template. It worked for this guy. It worked for that guy. It's worked for the last 5 guys that have tried it. Let me just like sort of copy and paste. Really, obviously, just doing like myself, like not any bullshit, but like the videos and the process and the posts. It was all very much just okay. Let me put it to my situation, but take the same approach. And it kind of just came like robotic and really it's like ungenuine. And even I would look at certain things I'd post and do and just be like, that is a bunch of shit. That is not like I would never post that off my own back. And even when I was like deep in the self improvement, I was still like thinking like fuck, like, I don't really want to do this, but okay, I've got to because like the guy I'm learning off is in the situation that I want to be in. So I'd be a fool not to. And there is belief to that. No, there is truth to that, sorry. But if there's one thing I learned from sort of going on my own journey is that like no two people are the same. Especially their journey. And nowadays I think because of social media, people gravitate towards things that they can relate to, but more importantly, just authentic people just being real. Authenticity is it lacks nowadays. There's a lot of just shit talking to either sell you some bullshit or portray a certain image in life, because for whatever reason people just, I guess social media, it probably breeds a bit of insecurity that even in myself, if I'm being honest, I've noticed this recently. I've got like a chip on my shoulder about like people being further ahead in than what I am. Like sometimes I look at people like, how the fuck are you like? How's this person big on social media? Like they don't do anything. That they don't post anything good. It's all just bullshit and lies. I'm like, so how's that person managed to get themselves into that position? But here I am, busting my ass, just being myself, being real. Yet I'm not. I'm so far ahead from where I want to be. And I've noticed it, and I definitely got a chip on my shoulder about it, which isn't good, by the way. But it definitely keeps me motivated for sure. But it's also it breeds that insecurity. You sort of get imposter syndrome and stuff like that, and you don't want to tell people what you're doing. But yeah, that's sort of going off topic, but. Then, obviously, I've said it a million times, I stopped. If you want to know why I stopped, just go back and click on old videos. I say old videos, like last week I probably spoke about it. I just started to do what I wanted to do. And it genuinely, not only am I in a much better place now, I wasn't in a bad place back then, but I'm just me, I'm just Adam, I'm just the way that I want to be. And I'm closer to the person that I want to be, which definitely helps and helps me feel secure in who I am as a person. And my life's just better, I'm not slaving away for someone else and sort of following someone else's blueprint that clearly wasn't working for me, but I was obviously caught in the mind of, it takes a long time, it's a journey and all of that, but honestly, just, you got to listen to yourself and do what you want. Don't, turn away advice. Some people give advice and it would genuinely help you, but before you make a decision, you've got to ask yourself, would you want to be like that person? Would you want to live that person's life? If no, then you probably shouldn't take on board. And obviously, you've got to go and you have an idea of how you want that to be. Are you? Because I say it all the time. Are you putting that in jeopardy just to try and get some quick success, quick easy money? Just stay true to yourself is what I'm trying to say, and that is the message. Because you know what you want your life to be like. You know who you want to be as a person. So just stay true to that and you won't really step a foot wrong.